Hi guys, I'm Stuart. This is Calling Cards. So it's been a while since my last video. Unfortunately, family matters have gotten in the way. But this week we're going to jump in, get started. We're going to be painting Madame Woe. So let's go have a look. So here we're going to use some apothecary white to just go all over Madame Woe's dress. You can just slap this all on instead of being as gentle as I am here. It's going to pull anyway, but we can use a dry brush to just whisk that off. That's for one coat. This is what it looks like. You're going to use some Doom Death Black to get her belt and her crown. We're going to use some Maritime Blue to get all of her hair. Try and be careful when you're getting close to the white parts of her dress. We can easily fix it up even if you do make a mistake, but easier the better. You can see she's got a lot of hair. As you see at this point, I completely missed painting her corset black and adding the blue to the breastplate. So here we're going to put some ivory tusk over her dress, just try and brighten up the highlight so it's not just a desaturated grey. Make sure to keep all that dark colour in the shades and the folds of her dress. There she is. Sorry about the lights. To be honest, this was the very first model I started painting recording videos, so the light will fluctuate. Here we're going to brighten up the highlight with some Elysium blue, getting a small dot on our tiara and then working our way around the rest of the hair. Full, so just try and be careful and leave some shades in the recesses. Clearly I forgot to record painting her fingers, but they're also partially blue. As you can see, this is how she's looking so far. Just further increase that highlight with some celestial blue. And as always, when it was my first video, I kept putting it out of frame. So here we're going to further increase that highlight on our dress using some Trooper White. And like I said, with it being the first video I ever recorded, there's some bits I didn't actually record. So here we have fingers. I used some Storm Hilt Burgundy to paint the rest of her fingertips. And then we're going to go in with some glistening gums just to brighten up that highlight of her fingers. And here we're going to do a 50-50 mix of glistening gum and ivory tusk just to get that final bright highlight on the edges of her fingers. Now we're going to brighten up that highlight by adding some Death Reaper to all the black areas, that being the belt, the crown, and if you can get in without making any mess, the corset as well. And as you can see, ship positioning as always. We're going to come in again with that final highlight of Dungeon Stone Grey, last little edges of her crown. Here we're going to do the small details of adding her red lipstick. For that we're going to be using Sanguine Scarlet. Try and be really careful here. We're also going to brighten that up by adding some Demon Red, giving her more of a luscious lip kind of look. Use some Sulphur Yellow to try and carefully get both her eyes that bright piercing look. Here we're going to use a 50-50 mix of Skulker Yellow and Trooper White to just try and get a little bit more of a highlight on our eyes. Now we're going to do all the metal parts. So we're going to use some Spartan Bronze to get all the decorative hair pieces at the bottom of her hair. We're going to further brighten them up with some Dragon's Gold, give them a bit more of a shine. I also got the center of her crown as well. Make sure to get the one on the back. And last but not least, we're going to just hit that final highlight with some glistening gold as well. And as always for the base, we're going to use some Doom Death Black, cover all of that. Be careful at this stage, especially now that everything's painted. You don't want to have to go all over everything and do that all over again. Now that the black's done, we're going to hit it with our usual Technicolor Storm Coat. Give it that nice matte varnish, especially with it being a gaming piece, and if you're like me, have a 4-year-old that likes playing with your models. And here she is. This is Madame Woe. And that, guys, is how I painted Madame Woe. So if you like what you've seen, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be kept up to date when I post videos. And as Zordon always says, may the power protect you. I'll catch you guys in the next one.